Hey fams, you're welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to cut a prayer dress. The hijab is joined together with the gown, so if this is what you would like to learn, let's get right to the cutting. So I'll be using 3.5 yards of crepe fabric. I have my scissors, my tape and my chalk. So let's get straight to the cutting. So from the yardage part, the part where they usually measure the yards of the fabric, I'll fold the fabric into 4. I have it in 4 folds now. Since I'm using the whole length for the shoulder, I'll just go ahead and input the round sleeve measurements, which is 13 inches. Then after that, from the 13 inches that I marked, I will go in by 10 inches. You can see the way I place the tape. I'll go in, then I'll mark out 10 inches or 11 inches rather. After that, I'll shape it by giving it a curve around that side. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to measure the wideness of the hem. That is how wide you want it to be at the down part. Coming to the down part, I'll mark out 20 inches. I want it to be 20 inches wide on fold. Then I'll connect the points together like so, and this is how it looks like. Then I'll cut it out. After that, I'll trim off the round sleeve edge. You can see that it's not equal, so I'll just trim it off so it can be equal. Then you will notice that from the beginning, I did not measure the shoulder measurement because I used the whole of the yard for the shoulder measurement. That's why I didn't bother to measure the shoulder measurement. But right now, I think I have about 30 inches in case you'd like to know. Then the next thing I'll do now is to measure the round neck measurement. Then the wideness, I used 3.5 inches. Then the deepness for the back, I used 2 inches. Then for the front, I used 3.5 inches. Then I'll cut off the back neckline first. Then I'll remove it and I'll cut off the front neckline because the depths are not the same. We are done with the gown part, so the next thing we are going to do now is to cut the hijab part. This is how the gown part looks like. You can see it. So let's cut the hijab part. So for the hijab part, I'll fold the remaining material into 2 and I'll measure the length. The length, I made use of 21 inches for the length of the hijab. So the folded part is going to serve as the back part of the hijab. Then I will input the face circumference measurement, which is 12 inches. That is 24 inches divided by 2, making 12, plus extra ½ inch for stitching, making 12.5. Then I'll bring the gown parts that we cut out earlier and I'll measure the neck round, which gave me 27 inches. Then I'll place my tape on where the head circumference stops and measure 14 inches downward. So that is the 14 inches that I measured, you can see. Then I'll go down to the length of the hijab and I'll give it a curve shape to where the 14 inches stopped, and I'm going to cut it out. So you see this place that I'm measuring now. Remember the neck circumference that we measured gave us 27 inches. So I'm supposed to divide it by 2, which is 13.5 inches, and cut it out. But I want the hijab to be big and I want to pleat. I want to give it a pleat on it. So that's why I cut it exactly like that. So let's cut the hijab cap. So I folded the material into 4. So the length is 4 inches, while the breadth I'm making use of 7 inches. Now give it a curve and cut it out. So I've cut it out already. So let's go ahead to the sewing machine and start sewing. So for the sewing aspect, the first thing we are supposed to do is to join the shoulders together, which I have already done that, and I have pressed open the seams with an iron. So after that, the sleeve part, I want to attach like 2 inches band to it. So this is the band already. I have folded it into 2 and I have ironed it out. It is 2 inches. Then when I stitch with ½ inches, it's going to be 1.5 inches. So I'll place it on the right side of the dress and I'll go ahead and stitch it and I'll show you how it looks like. So I have already stitched it and I've ironed it, and this is how it looks like. This is the inner part and this is the outer part, looking beautiful. So the next thing we are going to do now is to join the dress together with 1 inch. I'll fold my fabric into 2 like so. That is right side facing right side, and I'll stitch with 1 inch. So besties, I have a wonderful announcement to make. I'd like to inform you guys that we have reached the requirements of the monetization process for YouTube, which is the 10,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hour. This would have not been possible without my wonderful subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing my videos, and thank you so much for watching my videos as well. I promise to upload more educative videos and tutorial for you guys. This wouldn't have been possible without you. I really appreciate. And also, I would like to inform you guys that I have placed ads on my videos. You'll notice that ads are now appearing on my videos in the beginning, at the middle, and at the end. Please, I'm begging you guys, please try and watch it. So that's how YouTube is going to pay me. So I appreciate if you do not skip any ads that appear on my video. Thank you. So back to our tutorial. After stitching both sides with 1 inch, this is how it looks like. You can see the neckline. So the next thing left for us now is to fix the hijab on the dress. So now let's work on the hijab. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to fix the hijab cap on the hijab. So I'll fold it into two and I'll notch the center. I'll bring the hijab that's on the center part that I've already notched as well. I'll fix it center to center and I'll stitch with 1/2 inch. So I have fixed the cap. This is how it looks like. So this is the cap. So remember the edge circumference that we measured. We have taken 7 inches out of it to fix the cap. Then the remaining, we are just going to omit a little bit, which I have done it already. Then we'll fold it into two. You can see. Remember why imputing the edge circumference, we added extra 1/2 inches. So is that 1/2 inches we are going to stitch all the way down. You can see the hair. So we'll fold it into two like so, and I will stitch with 1/2 inches all the way to the down. So I'm just using pin to pin it down here before I'll go to the sewing machine to sew it, because the material is not balancing. It's a chiffon material, and I didn't even know that my camera wasn't showing it. So I'm going to stitch it with 1/2 inch. So after stitching, what's left is going to be the round part that we are going to stitch on the neck circumference of the dress. You can see. Remember I said I'm going to add pleats, but you can see that the hijab part is bigger than the neck part. I deliberately made it like that because I want to add pleats to it. So what I'm going to do now is to pin it together. So I'll continue the pinning off camera, and after I'm done, I'll show you how it looks like. So I have finished sewing it, and this is how it looks like. You can see the upper part, which is the hijab part, has pleats. You can see it. And this is the front part. The back part has majority of the pleats because I don't want it to show at the front. And we are done with the hijab, and this is how the hijab looks like. If you find this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.